Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update of our $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. Further details and information about how to join the challenge are in the description below. In the previous video we did a stock update on symbol MMAT MMTLP, and we also looked at the potential impacts of the increase in the price of oil. In today's video I'm going to be adding some further clarification in terms of calculation of the special dividend. Before we do that, I'm also going to be having a look at a quick update on symbol ILUS, which is a stock that has also been featured on the channel. There has been some positive developments which I'll share with you shortly, so stay tuned for that. But what I'd first like to start with is some breaking news from yesterday. So on the screen here you can see from January the 29th a new article has just come out from Rystad Energy, and the headline you can see on the screen here: Permian average well production is set to break records in 2022. So let's have a look at the details of this and see if there is any correlation with our special dividend and potential value of our return. So having a look at the key bullet points on this new article from January the 29th, we can see there is a surge in lateral well length, and that is driving average production well productivity to new heights in the Permian. We all can also see here new wells are expected to break the 1000 BOEPD thresholds for 2022, and the total completed lateral footage of wells in the Permian is expected to reach a record high of 50 million feet in 2022. And at the bottom, the average productivity in new wells in the Permian Basin is set to hit a record high in 2022, reaching a past record of 1,000 barrels of oil or equivalent per day. So overall, this is good news. Let's see what else is published in this article with regard to the Permian Basin. So delving deeper into the article, one other thing I can summarize is the total completed lateral footage of wells in the Permian Basin is expected to reach a record high of 50 million feet in 2022. In 2021 we were looking at 45.8 million feet and racing past the pre-COVID level of 47.5 million feet, which was seen in 2019. So overall this is positive news. Does mean potentially much more oil is going to be available. So what this basically means for holders of ticker symbol MMTLP in anticipation of the special dividend, it basically means the value of the land, it is strong evidence that the value of the land is going up, and potential value of assets in oil and gas is also going up quite significantly. So if a buyer can come forward and if the company can arrange for a sale, then we're looking at a significant premium in the value. So in terms of my previous video, what I looked at is the increase in oil. So I'm going to share with you on the screen. There were some comments with regard to explanation of the calculation. So I'm sure some of you did see the previous videos in terms of the calculation. So for the benefit on anybody who hasn't seen the previous videos in terms of the calculation, just going to do a quick summary of how I came to the valuation of close to $20 in the previous video. So let's start by having a look at the average monthly Brent crude oil price from January 2020 to December 2021 on the screen, and we can see if we have a look at the previous price on a low, which we can see around about August 2021, which is $70.75. So right now oil on the screen here you'll see is approximately $86. So more specifically on the screen you can see the actual price at time of editing of crude oil is currently $86.82, just up 0.21%. We can see Brent crude is up in excess of $90, and we can also see that natural gas has also increased 0.356%. So what does this mean for the special dividend? So in the previous video I did talk about a potential substantial increase in the special dividend. So there were some comments with regard to showing the calculation, so please refer back to the previous video that I did on breaking down in terms of the calculation. So what I'm going to do now is try and quickly summarize what this could mean for us if assets are sold. So on the screen here you'll be able to see in terms of a quick reminder one of my previous calculations for the special dividend based on 165 million qualifying shares, and we're looking at a final estimated special dividend of $16.65. So at the time of this calculation I think oil, if we look at oil, around about $70, and right now we can see it potentially heading towards the $100 mark. If it does reach the $100 mark, then that represents close to a 50% increase, so from $70 to $100 is just under 50% increase. So if we look at the $16 and we increase that just under 50, if we take a 50% increase on that, we're looking at $24 in terms of the special dividend. But if we try to be a little bit more conservative, then possibly around about $20 mark, just as a general estimate. But should be overall good news as oil is going up for the special dividend. But the key question is, will the assets be sold, or as expected by many people, will everything be converted into oil co? However, if it is converted into oil co, then we should still be getting a premium price, because the land and the gas and the oil assets are certainly going up in value. What I'd now like to do is provide some important updates with regards to ticker symbol ILUS International. This is a stock that has been featured a few times on the channel previously, so please refer back to previous videos for detailed due diligence on the stock. So on the screen here, we're going to just pick out some of the key points from the highlights of the shareholder meeting. We can see here there was a new acquisition of Curve XR Take Leap, looking at VR and AR training software for sectors, and this is going to have a forecasted valuation of approximately $500 million plus. Further down, we can see Emergency Response Technologies, ticker symbol ERT, will be the first to uplist on the NASDAQ, looking at a $500 million forecast. We can also see there is a new partnership with 911 Incident Management Software that's going to be based in New York, and we're looking at potential $5 million revenue there. Moving further down, there's also what's also interesting here, we can see a UK acquisition has been completed, looking at 4 companies. And this is going to be announced. We're looking at Q1 2022. So that, once that's announced, again, should be a huge catalyst for the stock. And just further down, something also quite important here, we've got a valuation of a newly acquired Vira drones, and that's expected to be forecast, looking at within terms of valuation of around about $1 billion plus. So certainly very positive news there. And let's look at the final parts of the summary in terms of the shareholder meeting. On the screen here, just some of the things I'm going to pick out here. For third bullet point down, we're looking at other future spin-offs, including renewables, solar energy, urban mining, etc. $600 million plus forecast valuation with an integrated system, looking at kitchen suppression, smart nozzles, EV battery suppression, and we're looking at $400 million plus forecast valuation for that. So certainly lots of diversification and growth in terms of acquisitions from the company here. So we're looking at ILUS, which is going to retain 50 to 80% stock of each spin-off. So certainly good for increasing its size there. The CEO also wants to build brand recognition by having their own distribution chain, and aims to be one of the top 100 companies in the world in the next 20 years. So obviously we are aware that they have strong plans to uplist on the NASDAQ. As soon as that happens, then certainly the company will attract a lot more investment, a lot more funding, and a lot more potential investment from people who can only trade on mainstream apps. And moving further down, we're looking at potential 20 to 30 acquisitions that are currently going on behind the scenes at ILUS. So these have not yet been announced. So obviously a huge number of catalysts coming forward over time. We're looking at Vira drones is awaiting for aviation certificate and patents to get approved. So huge amount of catalysts for this stock. And then finally at the bottom, the company is also going to be attending the FDIC convention in Indianapolis, looking at a global benchmark in the industry. And finally, if anybody would like to get live notification of breaking news with regard to stocks, and also join us on our Discord community, and also join us in our $1 Million Challenge, if you join today or tomorrow, you can get your second month payment refunded, as payments are always taken on the first, so no excuse for joining straight away. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.